What is up, Heat Nation? Cathy Higginson here, coming to you with no makeup on because that's how much I love you. And finally making my updated makeup tutorial. I was going to start where I left off last time. I did the foundation with the Beauty Blender last time, but then our company just keeps getting better and better. We came out with a brand new brush set that is so amazing. I had to start at the beginning. So my skin is prepped with the Repair skincare because, as we know, I've been with the company now since 1994, and I'm 46 years old, and so I kind of am the museum. You know what I mean? Like, I've graduated through all the lines, and I'm so grateful for our skincare. So I have prepped with the Repair skincare. And I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to show you my foundation and kind of everything. So time-wise, I hope I'm not going to go too long here. But I'm prepping right now with our amazing foundation primer. It does have SPF 15, kind of start in the middle of my face. Really give myself a nice coating, kind of a nice, for any age, this product is great. But I have found, being in my mid-40s, that it really fills in the lines, fills in the pores, and then that way my foundation goes over a totally smooth surface. So I kind of start in the middle and work my way out. Love that product so much, and it just gives such a smoothness. So now the magic really begins. First up, our new liquid foundation brush. I am in love. These brushes have synthetic bristles. They were designed in part by our brand ambassador, Luis Casco. The synthetic is for a couple different reasons. So the quality across the board can be better, but you can use these brushes with liquid or powder products, and they are, you can tell I can't quit feeling it. They're feathery soft and they're amazing. And so, even though this is a liquid foundation brush, it feels super soft, and then it just easily washes right off with a little bit of Dawn dish liquid. And the cool thing too is the way it's angled. You just squirt your liquid foundation right onto the brush, and I mix matte wear. I mostly wear matte wear 4, but I put a tiny bit of 6 in it. I really like the undertone of both, and I need just a little bit of richness of what the 6 can bring me. So I mix those two together right there on my brush. And so I've got my face prepped with my Repair skincare, and then this is what I do, because this brush gives you like that airbrushed look. So what I do to start with is I come, and you guys, if you don't follow Luis Casco, I would really recommend that you find him. He's on Instagram and Facebook, and he is our brand ambassador. He is a world-renowned makeup artist, and he is so brilliant with products. So you can just see, you guys, what I'm doing is I'm dotting this all over, and this brush just feels so good, so good. It's so soft. So I'm kind of giving myself a soft kind of stippling effect all over to start with. I'm in love with this. It gives that airbrushed look. And you can see I like to give myself a nice coating on both eyelids, and then I come down underneath the chin. And so, again, for a more mature lady like myself, age-wise anyways, right? And so you can see, you can just kind of soften and blend, and it just gives a gorgeous finish. I'm so over the moon about this brush. Now, if you have fallen in love recently with our Beauty Blender, all is not lost, because you can still use that to smooth out and also to apply your cream products and to blend. I'm still in love with that, but this thing takes it up just a whole nother notch. I am in love, in love, in love, in love. So you can just see, look at how smooth and pretty. And again, we have an amazing brush cleaner in our line as well. But, to get that, especially your liquid products out, a little bit of Dawn dish liquid, and you're good to go. And so you can see how it's angled. So it really catches in everything and just gives that gorgeous finish. I'm in love with this thing, let me tell you. So there you go. Already is looking better. Okay, so now I have also recently fallen in love with our under eye corrector, and you can see how really peach based that is. Used to be kind of the old school was like the yellow concealer. This is kind of the new, based on new knowledge as we learn more about what color products do. This is a light diffuser, and you can see I'm just catching it, and I'm still using my liquid foundation brush, just catching it a little bit in there, and bam, look at that. That is like craziness how that lightens that up. So that was just a little bit of under eye corrector. And then we're going to do, I have Deep Ivory Concealer. And because, you know, I mean, we're all busy. We all have, you know, sometimes we get better sleep than others, right? So you're going to kind of do that little V under the eye. And then I catch my little line there. That's my little friend. And I also give a cut under my brows right here where you really want to highlight. And then I have found if we kind of highlight these areas with this light diffusing, that gives a brightness too. So here we go. So now coming back with that liquid foundation brush, patting that in. Look at that. Oh, thank you, God, for makeup. Okay, so we're just softly patting that in, and just look at the blending ability, the soft edges. I mean, it's just super fun. And you guys, what is this? This liquid foundation brush retails for $14. I mean, what? All right, super high quality. And when you wash it, you guys, lay it flat. Don't lay it like this. You want to lay it flat after you wash it with your dish liquid. And then for in between uses, just give it a few squirts of the Mary Kay brush cleaner and just gently wipe it off with cloth. Bam! Oh my gosh. All right, so there's our base. Now there is a new mineral powder brush. I haven't played with that one yet because I love the all-purpose brush that comes in the set. It's so fluffy and so soft. So I do a couple of things. I like to just kind of set my eye makeup with a little bit of translucent powder. So I just kind of dip it in our translucent powder and give myself just in kind of my little, have a slight T-zone. And so I like to just kind of catch it in there and really set those lids. So that's a little bit of translucent powder. And then I come all over with Beige One mineral powder. And I love our mineral powders are so, and our translucent powder are so finely milled. A lot of times people worry that powder, especially those of us ladies that are over a certain age, we worry that powder, we've always been kind of told, is going to catch in those lines and kind of emphasize those lines. But because this mineral powder is so finely milled, it actually gives such a smooth surface that it actually conceals or, you know, creates the illusion of softness over those lines. So it's not going to give you that look where lines are kind of emphasized. It gives you a glowy, buildable coverage. And the cool thing about the mineral powder foundation, now I'm wearing it, of course, over my liquid foundation because, as I always say, mama needs paint on the barn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that coverage. But this mineral powder is great either for those of you that want just a really sheer everyday foundation and you don't care about the liquid. You can still totally use this, and it's buildable. So like you can do a light layer and then come back and build that coverage if you want to. But you can see, look, it's smooth, it's glowy, it gives a nice neutral color. So that was Beige One that I use. Love, 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 love that. Okay, so now thanks to Kelly Brock in North Carolina. I have recently watched her brow tutorial because school is never out for the pro. We're always learning. And I also recently got bifocals, so bear with me. It's not always easy to go like this, so I have a little magnified mirror to use as well. But I was actually doing my eyeshadow first, then my brows, and it felt like it was getting kind of murky. And I saw where she does brows first, then goes back, and I'm like, that's brilliant. And the debate is still out on this. I have been up until this point, or for quite a while now, using espresso matte eyeshadow as my brow pencil because it really gave a good emphasis, but it was soft. But then my little friend Courtney Isabel has been using this our brunette pencil, and I really liked how that looked on her. And she was a blonde. I always thought it was going to be too dark, but I really liked how it looked, so I've been experimenting with that. So let's see. Kelly talked about taking that brow pencil, and brunette is the color that she uses as well, and starting here. And she said, everything else can be dash out the door, but your brows, you need to kind of stop and smell the roses while you're doing your brows. Now, she also talked about how kind of to know where to start your brow and where to end it. And this is our new brow brush. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Tip in the nose, corner of the eye, that's where your brow should start. Tip of the nose, corner of the eye, that's where your brow should end. So you can see where I'm going to need to pull that out a little bit. So she starts here and kind of draws that line to give a starting point. Okay. And Q-tips are my best friend. I keep tons and tons of Q-tips. Now, and I love what she said, because then she said, don't start here, kind of start filling in and blending here. Yeah, I'm going to need to use my mirror for my more mature eyes. Okay, so see how I'm feeling. So you can already see how I'm just coming to life. Should have brought my glasses over here, but I can be strong. Okay, so you want that nice and full and pretty, and then you're going to finish it and kind of pull it down like this. Okay, see how I just came to life? And of course, she goes into the whole trimming them and all of that. Now, I keep lots of Q-tips around so that I always kind of go back. This is actually something I watched. See how that just kind of gave that sharp cut, and then again under here, just to kind of make sure it stays sharp. Good. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the other one. I was watching my consultant, Ann Gibbs. Her daughter, Simone, does hair and is a makeup artist. And I watched her kind of go back and make sure that cut above and beneath was sharp. And I thought I kind of put that in my mental Rolodex. Sometimes you learn the most by just watching somebody do it. And that's my motivation for doing this tutorial, especially for those of my sisters out there that, we're rocking the 40s and on up. Now, of course, if you're younger than that, holy cow, use these tips and you'll just look like a movie star, I guess. Okay, so brows are so important, so important. Okay, so we've got them kind of filled in, but now we want to kind of take our new brow brush and soften a little bit, soften it and feather it out a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with this tool. Look at how awesome. Thank you, Mary Kay. Okay, good. Now I have brows. I'm alive. Okay, so that was the brunette brow pencil. So now we're going to finish the rest of our eyes. And one of my favorite bases, and I'll be so forever grateful to makeup artist Lori Hogg, Lorihogg. She uses exclusively Mary Kay products, And I went to one of her workshops a couple of years ago. And, you know, I kind of always hear that if you're kind of in that more mature age range that you should not use any shimmer at all. And that was sad to me. That made me very sad. And so she said, you know, as long as you're kind of mixing some matte and shimmer, that you're good. And so that gave me new hope in the world. So my favorite base, favorite, I just can't get away from it, is Crystalline. And it's got a lot of shimmer to it. It's really a light diffusing look. I love this color so much. And so you can just see I'm kind of coming underneath my brows, and then I'm going to catch that little highlight. I love to do that. And I love to catch that lid. And oh my gosh, I'm using our new, this is the all over shadow. It is feather soft. And I'm in love. So you can just see I'm kind of patting underneath that brow so we're not getting that milky mixture, keeping some separation. And there. Okay, so now our new crease brush. I gotta find it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, our new crease brush is angled so beautifully. And it's super soft, you guys. I love it. So I'm going to first dip it in a little bit of Chocolate Kiss. And this perfectly fits in this crease. And I'm just going to kind of windshield wiper back and forth in this crease. I love this color. This color does have some shimmer to it. But it's really subtle. And it's just a really good brown. It's not too orangish and it's not too purpley. Does that make sense? It's got a good neutral undertone to it, and it's a tiny little flecks, a little bit of copper. But look at how that makes my blue eye come alive. So look, I mean, just catching it here, windshield wiper. And the way that this brush is angled, it just perfectly fits right in that crease. And then I like, my eyes are a little bit close set, so I like to pull it out a little bit like that. Oh, they're so soft. They're so soft. I love it. You will not get harsh lines with these brushes. I love them. I love them. A million trillion. Okay. Okay, there's that. And I'm going to come on, of course, the other side. Do the same thing. And, you know, we have so many fun colors in our line, and there's so much fun things you can do. But I just really like the look of a really dramatic neutral eye. And then if I'm going to bring out color, do it in the cheeks and lips. But our sisters with really dark, rich brown eyes, oh man, you guys can rock the blues and the purples and stuff in the line, or just our girls that like to have fun with color, you know. It just depends, but just my preference. I just like that really neutral eye. And then so now I'm going to come over kind of on the top of that and with some driftwood, which is a really beautiful neutral brown that is a true matte. And the reason that I do that is it's toning down that shimmer just a little bit, just because of the whole being 46. But I mean, so even if you're younger than that, some people just really prefer a matte look, and that's cool too. Okay, so I'm just gonna smooth out a little bit of that with my all over powder brush that I'm in love with. It feels like silk. Oh, I love it. Okay. Then I like the look of our eyeliner pen on the top. So you can just see it looks like a felt tip. And I like a little bit of a lift without going crazy. So I'm going to catch, it's hard to look in the thing and do this. So I'm just going to catch this. And the way that this tip is angled, it just makes it so easy to get that little lift without looking like overdone. And so you just catch it in there and it just gives you that nice little lift. And then you just fill in from there. Oh, you can kind of see my crazy table from in the mirror. That's funny. Okay, so just fill it in like that. And that little point just fits perfectly in there. See that? And then you just fill in from there. So it's a little bit of connect the dots. I actually get to speak tonight in Pensacola at one of our Mary Kay events, so I'm really excited about that. I get to share my story. And so I'm really, really excited as a domestic violence survivor, and just my journey in the business. So I'm really pumped about that. Okay, so I'm smoothing that out, and that's just giving me that bam, that pop. And I love that. It just wakes it up. Anytime I have had clients that say, I'm feeling like I look a little tired, or, like I just don't know, I'll say, you know what, have you been using brown mascara? And there a lot of times they say, you know what, I have, and I'm like, you know what, try, because they're afraid of it looking too harsh. And I say, you know what, go back and just apply a soft layer of black mascara instead, and that pop of black, man, just wakes up, bam. Okay, so now I'm using our black eyeliner underneath, so just our eyeliner pencil, our self-sharpening pencil, and that gives it that soft, let's see, I think I can do this in that gives us soft underneath. So you can see I just kind of go back and forth to keep it even. And just keep it real close to the lashes. And I love this because it's a waterproof formula. So it wears really well, especially our humidity down here has been so, it just is so bad. So again, you can, I really like that dramatic eye. You can take anything that I'm doing and make it a little softer if you want to. Okay. I love that. Eyeliner is personal preference. Some people just, and then I'm going to kind of catch those two together right in here. And just soften that and soften that. Okay, let me my more mature eyes, let me just double check that I'm happy with what we got rolling. Take a Q-tip and get a little bit of a sharper cut right there. Q-tips are our best friends. There, love it, love it, okay. And then, good. Okay, so voila, my eyes are awake, but we're not done yet. Okay, so now we are gonna take, this is the old, the classic crease brush from our other brush set, and I'm still kind of emotionally attached to it, so I have to find which one in the new line. But I'm coming back over with a little bit of espresso, which is a rich chocolate brown, just to give me a little bit more richness, a little bit more emphasis. I love that color. So that wakes me up a little bit. And then coming back, soften any lines with that all over powder brush, which I love. I'm in love with that. There, softening that up. Blend, blend, blend. Good. Okay. I love that color. That's a true matte as well. Okay. Now, I am going to take, there is this Darling Smudger brush. Look at how cute he is. See that? That comes in the brush set. I'm going to dip a little bit in espresso, and I'm going to come back over this underneath eyeliner. Now, I used to do, we have a true matte black eyeshadow called Kohl, and what I found is that the black on black actually turned it, sometimes it would like almost turn it bluish. And so another thing I learned from Lori Hogg, a chocolate brown actually over that black keeps it a true black. And I love this little guy because he also fits right here, just to give one more little emphasis on those brows, but with a softer edge. I love that. Okay, so there we go there. So there's eyes. So now what we're going to do, we have several kinds of mascara, but my forever love, I don't know how I'll ever be able to use another mascara again, is our Lash Intensity. It's a big fat tube and a big fat brush, and for a while I was using some of our primer, our eyeshadow primer, lash primer, and I like that, but I just found, man, this mascara just, it does it all. So, and it's got little short bristles and long bristles. So, I mean, and I could sit here literally for 15 minutes and do this, and I won't make you crazy over it, but so I'm giving myself that initial coating. I love it. And it just, man, it wears awesome. Love this mascara so much. And then those longer bristles are perfect for catching underneath. And again, I really love just a bam. Okay, I'm going to come under like this and curl them out. And over here again. And again, I love the look of a really dramatic eye. Any of this could be softened as needed for your preference. But I think if you do, I mean, I like if you do a dramatic eye and then a softer lip, which is what I do, and I'm going to show you in a minute, or a really, and then I pull these out right here, or a softer eye and then a bright lip. But when you do both, I don't know, you better be going to a big Mardi Gras ball or something, right? Okay. Or an awards night. I still, though, like, I love, if you ever Google, I really love Carrie Underwood's look, and Candace Cameron Bure, I really like her look too, and both of them kind of do that, especially Carrie Underwood has that gorgeous darker eye a lot of times with a neutral, but look at that lash intensity. Oh my gosh, I literally don't know how I could ever go back to another mascara like because like we have Ultimate Mascara that is great for people that like just a more of a classic volumizing mascara, and it has just a real classic brush. And then we have, and it's great, but this is just so, I call it the big sexy. Is that inappropriate? Okay. Again, I could sit here forever and do this, but you can see just a little bit, and hello, lashes. Love it. Wears great throughout the day. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be all ready for my thing tonight. Okay. So now I'm going to do a little bit of our bronzing powder. And so I'm going to use our new cheek brush. Again, so soft. I've got product on it. I'm sorry, guys. But it's angled really great, and it's so, the bristles are so close together and just angled so beautifully, and they just did such a great job with these brushes. And so I'm going to go do a little bit of our bronzing powder. And you can see I'm going to catch it under that cheekbone, okay? Under. And it's a little bit of contouring here. And I like to come around, give myself some color. And what I love about our bronzing powder is it gives a glow, but it's not glittery at all. It's glowy. So I really love this. Now, and a lot of times I would wear this just as my blush, but you can see I'm just kind of coming underneath. But this is like an everyday. And I guess if you're going to do like a dash out the door, you could, do this and a little bit on each eyelid too. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now one of my new favy things is our Juicy Guava cheek. And so you can see I'm just catching it right on the apple with the same brush. And I love this color because it gives you that kind of warm glow, but it's not pinky. It's a little bit more neutral and warm. Yes, it's peachy, but don't be afraid of that. Look at that. I mean, I love that. Okay, so you can just see. I love that. Yay. Okay, whoops. Above my eyebrow a little bit. Okay, so you can see. Hello. Now the last couple little things. I'm going to do my favorite lip liner that I wear with everything. And people are always like, do you do lip liner? Do you not do lip liner? I think lip liner is personal preference. Man, there is some people that they put their lipstick on or even just a tinted gloss, no lip liner, and they look amazing. Every time I try to not wear lip liner, I feel weird, like something's off. So this is medium nude. And I'm just going to follow the natural line of my lips. Just a real soft application. Something you can do is fill in the whole lip if you want to. Or just do a soft line. And I love this color. So now, life change alert. We updated our lipsticks, which I'm so happy about. I've heard it said that our old formula was like having an iPhone 4, and the new formula is like having an iPhone 10. So who doesn't want that? But I was slightly traumatized, and I don't want to be one of those people that can't keep up with the trends, but I had a color that I loved called Sweet Nectar in the old, and it was just my jam. I mean, it just went with everything. It went with my skin tone, went with everything. And so I had a moment of grieving, but then I found in our new this color called Naturally Buff. Okay, that was almost, and these new semi-shine, matte semi-shine, man, they wear so incredible. I mean, they just like all day. So I was happy a little bit, but then Kelly Brock used Sun Blossoms gloss, and I was like, I think that is going to be my Sweet Nectar. And look at that on top of the Naturally Buff with this lip liner. It's just like Sweet Nectar, but better because the formula wears so well. I'm like so happy, you just don't even know. I'm like, it's like my 16-year-old daughter came home and I'm like, guess what? I found the color that will match Sweet Nectar, and she was really happy for me. So, okay. So that is I mean, really, that is pretty, my hair's doing something crazy, but that's pretty much my everyday look. And basically when I glam it up, you could take, oh, wait, a couple more things. Okay, so in the Juicy Guava, it comes with it in a duo. So there's a little highlighting, like a warm highlighting powder. And Kelly took it and she went down her nose like that. And I thought that was really fun. And then she also caught that highlighting powder right here on her cheeks, and I thought that was really cool too. So so I'm copying her on that too. So that was fun. And so there's that, and then we have a black matte eyeshadow called Coal. That's a true black matte. And so basically, because I like these colors so much, unless I'm doing something really fun and really different, really out of the box, I would just take that Coal, and maybe I'll do another one and do like an evening look. But I would take that Coal. So you can add that Coal to anything, and it will just give that pop and that emphasis. And of course, you can play them with your lip color too. So I hope this helped you guys. I love and appreciate you so much. Go to my website, register on my website. Feel free to post comments, questions, and it's an honor to serve you. So go make it a great day, and thanks so much for watching.